Hi, I'm Donna Meldon, coordinator with the Holmes County Chamber of Commerce, and this is Chats with the Chamber Lady. And today's special guest is Angela Dockery, and she is the owner and operator of Vortex Springs here in Holmes County. And Angela, how are you doing today?
I am exhausted and ecstatic all at the same time.
Well,
Hey, y'all.
well, we are so glad to have you today, and
Thank you so much.
and let's just get started. For those viewers that might not know about you, let's give them a little bit of history. Tell them a little bit about Angela today.
Well, my name is Angela Dockery. I was born and raised right here in Holmes County. Well, I was born in Geneva, just over the line, as most of you know, and I was raised just off of Petty Road in a little town called Sweet Gum Head. What about me? I graduated from Ponce de Leon High School.
Okay,
I was in the last class to graduate from the old school.
old school.
So when I tell people I'm from the old school, I really am from the old school, Donna.
Now, you are one of the greatest advocates of Holmes County, Angela. You put Holmes County out there every day, and I just want you to tell us a little bit more about what this county means to you.
Oh my gosh.
I know that's a big question, but
It really, really is. So, you know that old phrase, I'm blood bought and all that? Well, I really am with Holmes County. Um, Gosh. So, Holmes County has a river in the middle of it. I like to think that my mission is to take that river out of the middle of it and make us a better county as a whole. I'm passionate because I was raised here. I know people here. Way back in the day as a little girl, we had a county commissioner by the name of Harlan Ray Harrison. Some of you will know who Harlan Ray Harrison
Okay.
is. And I grew up right down the road from him. And even as a little girl, he told me, he said, you know, one day you're going to grow up and you're going to help change this county. I remember that. I was 7 years old, and I remember him telling me that. All these years, I'm 52 years old now. All these years, I've always wondered why people told me that. Not just him, but other people have told me that. And as I grow in business and I get more involved, and I've realized people will listen to me because I have a way to tell them about different things in our county, how wonderful our county is, and we have reasons for you to come here and stay here. They listen to me, and they're coming in the droves now to Vortex Spring, which has really changed. And learning that I have a way to get through to people like that and show them the better side of Holmes County, with us all being as one big happy family.
Yes.
That makes me even more passionate about it. I realize that God has a job for me to do, and it's to promote this county and bring more people in here so we can tell them about His love.
Now, real quick, I know Vortex Springs. You kind of check out the license plate of all the cars that visit you, and I bet you see a lot of different states, vacationers, tourism, people coming.
Absolutely, Donna. It is one of my most favorite games to play at Vortex Spring. And it's spring, Donna. There's only one, Vortex Spring. But the license plate game, and Joe Ron, Lord have mercy, if he was here, he could tell you that woman blows my phone up. So I'll get on my buggy and I'll go around the park on any given day, and I'll have my phone and I'll be typing in Indiana, Wisconsin, Alaska, California, this state, that state, and I'll send them to Joe because I want everybody to know how many people from how many different states we actually see at Vortex Spring. One weekend alone, just one weekend. We represented over 75% of the United States.
Wow. Tell us about some of the adventures and special events happening at Vortex Springs over the coming months and annually, actually.
Okay, so that's a two-part question for me.
Mm-hmm.
So we have taken Vortex Spring to a new level. Most people know it as the home of the Diver Down flag, which we are, and we will always put that Diver Down flag first in everything that we do, whether it is our rodeo that we have annually, whether it is Jeep trails. We have Memorial Day celebrations, 4th of July celebrations. If you name it, you can do it at Vortex Spring within reason, y'all. And if you know me, you already know we've got rules. But we just did something really cool.
And what is that?
We had an XBR side-by-side event.
Oh, how interesting. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We did that in our off season, what is typically called our off season,
Uh-huh.
and we wrapped up with the people. We ran out of room to put people, Donna.
That's a great problem to
It
have,
was the
too,
craziest
Angela.
thing you have ever seen in your life. And we love our XBR Motorsports family.
Uh-huh.
We have another event coming up with them June 9th, that weekend. Now, okay, so that weekend that we just had was just a meet and greet. But the event coming up is going to have a bounty hole and a drag strip.
Oh, tell us about a bounty hole.
Lord, I've never even done this kind of thing before, but I'm learning a lot about it, and we are an all-around adventure park.
Mhm.
So here's what I'm learning about XBR, a bounty hole. They have this mud hole,
I thought it could be that.
and
but-
there's money involved,
Ah.
and probably women in tank tops, I've just got to tell you. And so there's money put up to see who can get through this bounty hole. And, of course, for those of us putting money up, you kind of hope they don't get through that bounty hole. But if they
Exactly.
do, then they win a whole bunch of money. And I don't know what the bounty hole is going to be. I think maybe some $15,000 or something. It's some pretty big money.
So big money.
And then the
Mhm.
drag strip. So let me tell you the cool thing. So we'd never done this before, right? But because it was Vortex Spring, and you can swim, and you can dive, and you can kayak, and you can camp, and we have lodging, and all these different things, all things Vortex Spring, the local parks, I was told, normally have about 300 registers to come and to their events when they have these side-by-side events. We had over 600.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was our first time, and it was just a meet and greet. That was for that event. I can't even imagine how many people are going to be coming from literally all over the United States to ride their side-by-sides at
It's-
Vortex Spring.
You've got it going on at Vortex, don't you?
Well, I guess we kind of do.
Yeah.
We kind of do. Now, we have our rodeo coming up in May.
Okay.
It's always the weekend before Memorial Day, and this will be our fourth one. Our first one we had in October, the year that it was canceled here in Bonifay. And the only reason I went ahead and did a rodeo over there and I planned it for October was the rodeo is such a big thing for our entire county and surrounding areas. And I get it that we couldn't have the big rodeo that we always have because of where we were
Mm-hmm.
and because of the storms and this and that. But I
But
just still wanted everybody to have somewhere to go. So we did it and we proved we could do it.
Now, we know one of your passions is engaging with members of our armed forces and their families.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite projects that you've done with the military families?
Oh my goodness, we have done so many things with the military. One of my moments outside of an event, one of my moments that really just I do things on a whim and what I feel with everything that I do. And we have this lady that is religious about coming to Vortex. She loves it, and she's a cancer survivor. We don't know what all's going on with her. Her name is Miss Weaver.
Okay.
And one of her family members came to me on one of our holidays and said, when we were doing our tribute to the flag,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, she's right over there and she can't come over here. And she's military and she would really like to be here with you to support the flag and everything y'all are doing. And I'm like, hold on just a minute. Stop the program. Give me that flag. And it's on my Facebook. Because I do things that I've got chill bumps right now. I just do things based on what I feel. We took that flag all the way around the park. I called her up. Her family helped her get up on the diving board. And we stood there with that flag wrapped around her while we saluted that flag.
Aw.
Because that's the kind of things that we do when we're made aware of somebody, something that's going on. And it was, I just love to play that video because it really does show my heart for people. I couldn't do that, y'all. I couldn't do it. I do what I do, but I don't serve in the military. But I have such a level of respect for those people that go and sacrifice
do.
their time from their families and from their county, from their homes, and go fight for our freedom and just everything that's going on in the world forever. But outside of that moment, it's what we do with our Force Blue Gold Star families. Oh my gosh, Donna, that has my heart. So we had the first ever Force Blue OCS Conservation Gold Star Family Camp at Vortex Spring. This was last year,
Oh, my.
and it froze. I think it was in February, but it froze. They're coming back in June. But, y'all, they made a documentary out of everything they did at Vortex Spring, but their strength and overcoming their fears. And, in case you don't know, Gold Star families are children that have lost a parent in active duty, for those of you that don't know. And this camp is to teach them ocean conservation. It's to teach them diving, endurance. There's so many things that you don't even expect to come out of a camp like this. And they did a documentary about it. That documentary, it showcases Vortex Spring in Holmes County so much, but it was actually submitted to the Environmental Film Festival. And I'm waiting to hear what comes out of that. Holmes County, y'all.
Well, keep us posted on that, because that's so tremendous for these Gold Star families, and just elevating and lifting them up.
Absolutely. And that's what we do. We donate the park. We donate their lodging. We put them in our we remodeled our Otter Creek Lodge just for our Gold Star families to come and stay in. Like, I put everything else on hold, and we remodeled that lodge so those families would have the nicest place in the park to go and stay at, and they loved it.
Vortex Springs has a great marketing presence on all the social media. I follow you on Instagram. You can post some great pictures, Angela. But
thank you.
What advice would you give other local businesses about using their social media to promote their businesses? Like
Do it.
Just get out there and show off, huh?
Let me tell you, this is why I can't see anything, because all of my social media is on here. When you have a business that you are passionate about, use what you have at your fingertips. Mm-hmm. Your social media is free. It's free for you to use. Mm-hmm. If you want to boost a post or do this or that, you can. And I do, because it's very inexpensive as far as marketing is concerned. In your business, pick your points. Pick what you are most passionate about. No one can sell those points of your business better than you can.
Angela, now you have a new venue that is going to be available for anyone to rent if they need.
Yes, we do.
Need a place to have a party at?
Yes. The Rustic Ranch Farms is about an 80-acre piece of property that we have. In that particular 80 acres, we have a large concert area. Mm-hmm. There's an outside amphitheater, if you will. But the barn is over 10,000 square feet. It has a balcony in it. It has a full-blown stage.
It's beautiful.
A real stage with real theatrical curtains, Donna.
Yes. In
a barn.
And it has a Western tone to it.
It has copper horses out front.
I love your copper horses out front. Okay, yes, I've seen those, and they just look so majestic out front. So,
what about that bull?
That bull's pretty incredible too.
Everybody is. So I'll tell you a funny story. So the bull, everybody wants to sit on the big bull out front and get their picture taken, and that's the real thing. So my husband, he says, "Why do you buy this weird stuff?" Like, weird. So there's going to be a big 24-foot bar on the inside of it. So if you're having an event, you can serve your food there or your drinks or whatever you need to do. Mm-hmm. And when I was shopping for all my copper pieces, they're not copper. They're painted copper, but they're aluminum or whatever.
They're beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
They're beautiful.
So I found these bar stools that look like a horse's rear end. Like, you sit in the bar stool, and it's got this horse's tail hanging out the back. So, and they're really heavy. So when I brought them home from Ocala, my husband said, "What have you gone and done now? That is so ugly." And I said, "Let me tell you something, Daryl Dockery. Let me tell you what's going to happen right here. There are so many people that are going to sit here, and their spouse or whomever is going to take a picture of them sitting in this bar stool that you don't like, and they're going to post it on Instagram and Facebook and all these other places, and they're going to tag Rustic Ranch Farms."
Well, Angela, I know this is the first of many podcasts that you're going to join me for.
Yes. I sure hope so.
And
I hope you'll invite me to come back.
Absolutely, but I can't wait to see what else we can come back in another
There's so much more,
year.
I know time don't allow, but y'all, there is so much more to Vortex Spring than what any of you have ever known. And if you're in the area, or if you're not, make the trip and let me give you a tour. You will not believe your eyes, I promise you.
Well, Angela, it has just been such a delight to have
you.
your spirit, your enthusiasm. It's very contagious. I feel like I could go out and hike a mountain now just after talking to you.
Does it make you want to come to Holmes County?
Oh, absolutely.
See?
And everyone, you need to come to Holmes County where it's at. But thank you again, Angela, for joining us today. And this is Donna Meldon, coordinator for the Holmes County Chamber of Commerce, and this has been Chats with the Chamber Lady. So remember, if you need it or you want it or you want to do it, we have it right here in Holmes County for you. Thank y'all so very much.